Chef's Big Bake-Off. In a bustling kitchen filled with the warm glow of sunshine, lived a tiny chef named Pepper. Unlike other chefs, Pepper wasn't very tall. In fact, she could barely peek over the countertop. But what Pepper lacked in height, she made up for in heart and passion for baking. Today was no ordinary day. It was the day of the Big Bake-Off, a competition where all the chefs in town would compete for the golden rolling pin trophy. Pepper, with her bright yellow chef's hat perched on her head, bounced with excitement. Pepper had been practicing her secret recipe for weeks, a delicious, rainbow-colored sprinkle cake that was sure to impress the judges. She gathered her ingredients: fluffy flour, sweet sugar, creamy butter, and of course, a giant bag of colorful sprinkles. Climbing onto a sturdy stool, Pepper began to work her magic. She mixed the ingredients with a whisk that was almost as tall as her, giggling as flour dusted her nose. Eggs were cracked, sugar was poured, and the kitchen soon filled with the delightful aroma of baking. The huge oven seemed like a monster to Pepper, but with a deep breath, she carefully slid her cake batter inside. Now came the hardest part, waiting. Pepper tapped her tiny foot impatiently, counting every tick of the clock. Finally, the timer buzzed. Pepper, with oven mitts that reached her elbows, opened the oven door. A golden brown cake, bursting with rainbow sprinkles, greeted her. It smelled heavenly. Pepper carefully carried her creation to the Big Bake-Off, balancing it on a tray taller than herself. The giant hall was filled with towering chefs and mouth-watering treats. Pepper felt a tiny bit nervous, but the sight of her beautiful sprinkle cake made her smile. One by one, the other chefs presented their impressive cakes. A giant chocolate castle, a mountain of fluffy cupcakes, and a dazzling cake decorated with spun sugar flowers all looked delicious. But none were quite as colorful or fun as Pepper's sprinkle cake. The judges, all renowned chefs themselves, took a bite of each cake. They hummed and nodded, their faces filled with delight. Finally, they announced the winner, tiny Chef Pepper. Everyone cheered, surprised but excited. Pepper, holding the golden rolling pin trophy high above her head, beamed with pride. Even though she was small, she had proved that with passion and a sprinkle of creativity, anyone could be a baking champion. From that day on, tiny Chef Pepper became an inspiration to all, reminding everyone that big things can come in small packages.